Hello, hello, hello.
All right, awesome, awesome, awesome. We are super excited, guys, to be here for another episode of the Quit Week Telesummit. I am super excited about this, guys. My name is Jennifer King, for those of you guys that don't know me, otherwise known as Nunu. And I help you frustrated employees who are probably extra frustrated right now, working from home, being cooped up, having to be tied to a computer, answer to a boss remotely, or you may have been furloughed from your job. I help you guys build and grow a profitable online business so that you can quit your job. All week, we have been coming in here talking about this very subject. So if you haven't already, if you're in here, let us know where you're viewing from. And if you haven't shared out the broadcast, share out the broadcast. I tell this story all the time. It was one share of the broadcast that changed my life and got me where I am today, working from home. So when we went into the shelter in place, it was a non-issue for me. I already had my office set up. I had my business set up. There were just a few adjustments I had to do for my 13-year-old son, but I was ready. So I was home already on the schedule, so it doesn't phase me as much. Now, but when you're told you can't go anywhere, that's when you really want to go. Right. That's when you really, when, like, if they tell you, like, if you're on a diet and they tell you you can't eat this, well, that's when you want it the most. So, guys, I'm super excited to be here. I'm going to have my other co-hosts introduce themselves, and then we have an amazing speaker tonight. So go get your favorite drink, get a pen and paper, and be sure you share out the broadcast.
Hey, 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 welcome. Thank you so much for being here. It's the BYOB After Dark. We are in Quit Week. Listen, this week has started off incredible. If you haven't been thinking about leaving your job or what you're going to do next, I don't know what you're waiting for. You need to be thinking about the options. And this week, we have had women on sharing with you different things that are available. And we're talking about different subjects as it relates to being able to quit your job. So go ahead and share the broadcast. Make sure that you do. And go to the link, BYOB, bit.ly// BYOB show 20. You want to go ahead and sign up. I'm Tisha M. Johnson, your relationship coach. I'm here to help you get the love of your life. And I'm excited about that. We're going to have an incredible speaker tonight. So, Ms. Dion, why don't you go on and tell them who you are?
Hey, y'all. I am Dion Murphy, the owner, founder, and creator of Her Virtual Gym. And you guessed it, yes, a virtual gym where you can get yourself together. No more excuses. Get your heart, your mind, your body, get all of that right. And so that's what I do. I also have trainers and people who were health and wellness instructors. I help them take their businesses online. And what better other time to do it than now, you guys? But guess what? CJ is going to give you all the facts about that money, about money. So you want to stay tuned and stay to the end, you guys, so that you can get all of the goods that CJ is going to drop.
That's good. And she has a free gift for you guys. So you want to be sure you stay till the end. And right now, more than ever, you need to be sure you have the money mindset. Because, and we were talking about a program that Tisha brought up last night that Steve Harvey had called Jump. And I remember the way they were promoting that was for you to just jump out there and just do it. And we're here to tell you, don't do that. Don't do that. We're not telling you to jump. We're telling you to get an exit plan, right? And that's exactly what I teach, an exit strategy, so that you can have an exit plan. Because if you don't, you won't be laser focused, right? And you could fail. You more than likely will fail. But if you plan, have an exit strategy, and part of that exit strategy, and number one on the exit strategy that I help you design, is going to be your mindset. We got to start there, because if we don't start with your mindset, because you are conditioned to go to a job, that's how we were raised. Get a job, work hard, and retire. You don't want to leave that good job. And I would tell people, how do you know it's good? How do you know it's good, right? So you want to be sure we work with your mindset so that you understand that it's not your fault you're at a job. That's what your elders have told you to do that. But there's more out there. Once we shift your mindset and we work with that, and you broaden your horizons and not worry about holding up somebody else's dream. Because when you go to a job, you are making somebody else rich. You will never get rich at a job, right? So once we work on your mindset, then we need to take a look, and we're still at your job now. We need to take a look at your budget. We need to take a look at your budget. We want you guys to be sure you go to bit.ly/BYOB show 20 so you can get these replays. You can get the reminders. You'll have the replay of the class that CJ is doing tonight, and then also get invited to a master class that I'm going to be teaching on Friday. I'm going to tell you guys about that master class in a few minutes. We want you to stay and hear CJ's amazing presentation and stay till the end. She has a free gift for you. Who doesn't like free? Go ahead, CJ. Thank you so much for coming tonight.
Oh my God, Jennifer, no, thank you. And thank you, and thank you. Hi, everyone. How is everyone doing? I'm being goofy, but I am super excited to be here tonight. It is Wednesday hump day. Give yourselves a pat on the back. You guys have made it. We are going to go ahead and get started. I can tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Shaquanda CJ Alston. I am an accountant and owner of Johnson's Bookkeeping and Tax. Well, business owners such as yourselves, you guys hire me to take care of your financial planning. So let's jump right in. I hope you go ahead and put the kids down, do like I did, give a little threatening verbiage. Get yourself some pen and paper and let's get started, shall we, on this amazing information. And guys, please have questions, ask your questions, and let's make it a two-way dialogue, shall we? So let me share my screen. Okay. Can you guys see my screen okay?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So thank you so much, Jennifer. Again, we are talking, this is Quit Week, right? So we are super excited. Jennifer has absolutely given us the blueprint on what do we need to do to quit our job. We know that things are so uncertain at this time, but one of the major keys, and I'm so honored to be here tonight to talk to you all about budgets. Budget is the foundation for quitting your job. So that's what we're going to talk about for a little while tonight. What I'll be going over is this quick week. Who am I? What is a budget? And then we're going to talk about some conclusions and entertain questions and go from there. And definitely the dialogue, which is the most powerful mastermind part. So just a little bit about myself. We are a full service accounting firm. We can help you anywhere from consulting on starting a business. If you are recently furloughed and you're like, I don't know what I need to do. I don't know the first thing about starting a business. Or you say, you know what, I had this job on the side, or I used to do this as a side gig or a side hustle. We can help you turn your side hustle into a full-fledged business. So as you are thinking and contemplating about quitting your job, what is the next step? While we're going through this pandemic, these are the services we can offer. So anywhere from consulting to actually having your business set up, helping you with your systems being set up, all the way to the financial reporting, tax, and the whole 9 yards. So absolutely, it says I have over 15 years of combined experience, but actually I'm a little older. Got a few more hairs on my head, so I am definitely qualified and trained to help you all. I've been doing this for a long time. So enough of me, let's get started. What is a budget, right? What is a financial budget? So the definition for a financial budget, it's a financial budget in budgeting means predicting the income and expenses of a business on a long-term and a short-term basis. Basically, it's just predicting what you want to earn and what you want to spend on short-term and long term. And when we say short term, we're usually thinking anywhere less than a year. Long term is over a year. And so what we're going to do is go through this. And again, stay with me to the end, and I will have a special gift for you all just for rocking out with me, talking about your finances in the After Dark show. Okay. So just, I want to hear what you see is a sample of a personal budget. I want to kind of dissect this because I know you guys on the After Dark show, we kind of, we definitely, right now, I'm going to get into the details of it. Won't be long, but I'm going to kind of give you a high level overview of the details. So what I want you all to see here, there is a section called projected, right? So, and I don't have a clicker, but you'll see my mouse. It says projected. This amount, and why this is so key right now, you definitely want to go to the link bit.ly/BYOB show 20, is because Jennifer has made it so plain. You can't just go and quit your job and you don't know the cost, right? So this is what we're going to do right now and carve out what is my income. So that's the first category. So projected basically means, what are you projecting to make in your business? Does that make sense? What do you want to make in your business? So let's just say, hey, I'm furloughed and I'm thinking about starting a business. And as of the second quarter, which is July 1st, I predict that the second half of the year, I can probably make about $10,000 in my business. So then that's what you would put here. That is a projection. So income is, finger. Income is basically, so you want to break down all of your income items. You know, what's your salary, your refunds, your business, your actual sales, and all of that. So you want to break all of that down, and so then you want to talk about your savings. So this is on the lens of you as your business, and also on the right, we talk about home, because how many of us know that when you are a small business owner, you pretty much, most of us have a home-based business, or we're managing both business and home. So that's why I thought it was absolutely important to have a budget design that talks about that as well. A few things that I want to point out here on the left side before we go to the expenses is the emergency fund. So the emergency fund is basically what you've been hearing, that they said that most people don't have $400 for emergency fund. What we're in right now is considered an emergency, and this will be the funds that you will want to pull off. Okay, does that make sense? Yes, we're in emergency. We did not prepare to or predict that we would be going through a pandemic that's affecting us, the way we live, the way we move, and our jobs, really. So I wanted to point that out. And also, other is just that. Anything else not related to any of these items. And so, of course, this is just a template. So what may work for one industry may work different from than another, but this is just a template. So you can kind of get an idea. Once you take the total of your income, less the total of your expenses, which we're going to go on the right side, this is, you want to have a projection. So let me just jump right over here and go into expenses. Now, when you're a business owner, you want to think of everything. So Jennifer's going to help us quit our job, but do you know the cost of doing so? So how much actually is your rent, your mortgage? You know, what are the essentials? These are your essential expenses or direct expenses. They're the same pretty much every month. You have to pay your rent or mortgage, your lights, your water, your phone. cable, all of those. You want to write those things out. Now, when you schedule a call with Jennifer, she can show you how you may have a projection for this, but your actual cost, she may actually work with you on getting some of those expenses lowered, depending on where you want to be or where you are with related to quitting your job. Now let's go down to transportation. So that's pretty much your car payments, your auto insurance, public transportation, repairs, registration, and the whole gambit. So then the daily expenses. I don't know if you guys can see that: groceries, dining out, which for a lot of us now that's zero, right? So we may have, let's just say I probably projected I may go out and spend $500 a month, for example. For this month, I can tell you that's going to be zero. So what I want to show you is, yes, what I want to show you guys is you would take that, and that would be a portion, this $500 that you're saving, you can use that somewhere else to help invest in your business, all of which is tax deductible, and help you get out of your job. That is the super duper amazing thing about having this. This is your foundation, this is your vision, and we can go from there. So once you put all of that together, then it gives you a blueprint of exactly what you have to offer for your business. Okay, so in conclusion, guys, budget, what it does, it helps you to know what you can afford when you quit your job and the cost associated with firing your boss. So thank you all so much for joining with me. And as a special gift, because I'm always a giver, go to bit.ly/budget FY 2019. You will get a copy of that. And then you too, when you have your conversation with Jennifer, have that already set aside so that she can help you dissect that, so we can all do just like Jennifer has taught us all to fire our boss, right? So that's all for me. Thank you all so much, guys. I will entertain questions, comments. You guys let me know how this has helped you. That's it for me, guys. Do we have any questions in the chat?
Wow, CJ, great job. I mean, you put it out there plain to us what we need to do, short, quick, and straight to the point. And I mean, this is something that everybody can benefit from. I don't care if you have 6 figures, 7 figures, 5 figures, 4 figures. I think that everybody can benefit from this. So CJ, that was a wonderful presentation. Does anybody have any questions? Tisha, I'm going to check the chat for questions. And what did you think about that?
Awesome. See, when you have a business coach like we do, you understand that you need to know how much it's going to cost to quit your job.
Mm-hmm.
Because the amount that you make per year isn't necessarily the amount that it will cost for you to leave that job, because of the different expenses that you have associated with that. So you got to have a budget. You got to know what you're spending, what you're bringing in, and you need to have a business coach so you'll know which direction to go in. And Ms. Jennifer can help you quit your job. That's why we're here this week. So
that's good. That's good.
Awesome, CJ. Thank you so much.
Great information. Can you guys hear me okay? My computer is not letting me be great, but you know what? It doesn't matter, because there's always more than one way to skin a cat. And if you're here with us, guys, right now, be sure you share out the broadcast. Dion is checking the chat for questions. I wasn't able to follow along with the questions because I was having computer problems, but this is your opportunity to ask the money expert questions about your business, anything. Now, she may not be able to answer everything. You might need to schedule a call with her, but guys, be sure you go to bit.ly/BYOB show 2020 and get registered. There's also a way you can get on the calendar to speak with me, to speak with any one of us about your business, because now is the time. And Tisha talked about the money, it actually costs you money to go to work, right? On Friday, I want to invite you guys to come back during the BYOB After Dark show. I'm going to be teaching a masterclass called The Cost of Quitting. The cost of quitting, because it costs you money to go to work. So I'm going to break down to you, how do you come up with your quit number? And you may be saying, well, I make good money. Well, I'm saying, let's come up with a quit number. And then when you quit that job, you have more time. And that's when you scale up. That's when you scale up. You got to scale down to scale up. So let's go ahead. I see someone had a question, Dion. Can we find out who that is that has a question and see if we can get that answered?
I got it. Monique wanted to know, is QuickBooks a legitimate bookkeeping program? The reason I ask is because the SBA doesn't like QuickBooks for small businesses.
Yes, QuickBooks is owned. Thank you. Well, first of all, thank you, Monique. Thank you for your question. Very good question. QuickBooks is owned by Intuit, and Intuit is a very reputable company. They have been around since, oh my God, the 90s. So I'm not sure what is the reason behind them not liking that. You may want to schedule a call and probably find out what is it that they're alluding to, what they're asking you for, because really it's only a software for your bookkeeping. So if we get your financials together, I'm not really understanding why, and it is reputable, why they will not allow QuickBooks. Now, I can tell you all this: before you go and invest into a software program like that, you want to make sure that you either have someone or hire someone, if you have someone on your team, or hire someone on your financial team to do that for you. There is an element, and I'm sure Jennifer will help us with that when you schedule a call with her. There's an element of, certain things, it's just best to hire the right person, because you will waste a lot of time and definitely a lot of money when you don't set up your books properly. If you don't know a debit from a credit, baby, you don't know an asset or the liability and the owner's equity, it will do you and yourself justice to go ahead and just hire the person that can help you do that, and can also help train you for that, because you may have a team to do that. So that's what we do for our clients. We either train, if you have a team, and they can go ahead and move forward with that, or we can do it for you. So thank you again, Monique. That was an excellent question.
Good. We thank you for that, CJ. We have another one. I had to go out and come back in order to see the questions. Mr. Charles Johnson said, how do you expand your audience? Which one? I know all y'all know how to do that. So how do you expand your audience? You guys, anybody can jump in there.
You know what, Mr. Johnson, I know I could say social media, and I'll let the women of the hour kind of chime in exactly what that means. But expanding my audience, I can only tell you from my experience. One, having a business coach to help me to expand my audience with social media, and then actually jumping out there and doing the work, being present, being visible, making sure you showcase yourself, making people comfortable. That's been my experience on how I've been able to expand my audience. Anyone else want to weigh in?
You are so spot on. It's about strategy and consistency, getting the strategy, doing the work, and being consistent. And I know that firsthand, because the very program that I teach as part of your exit strategy is the same program I went through. And I worked 8 months on my business. And I was able to leave a job after 33 years. But I had tried businesses before, unsuccessful, because I didn't think I needed a coach. I just thought if I work hard, it'll eventually come. But I was working hard doing the wrong things. And when you work hard doing the wrong things, not only do you waste time, you lose money, and you get frustrated and you want to quit. Let me repeat that. You waste time, you lose money, you get frustrated, and you want to quit. That's why a lot of people aren't as successful as they can be because they don't feel like they have to invest. So I always compare this to when you start a job, when you start a new job, you have to go through training. You have to read manuals. Sometimes you shadow someone. You have a mentor. You have to learn it. If you go to college and you want a degree so that you can get a good job, the University of Texas at Austin does not allow you to go to school for free. Right? You can get some grants, but you got to do some paperwork. But it's going to all involve somehow getting some money to the person who's teaching through a grant, through your bank account, a loan, or something. So that's where I missed the mark. That's where I missed the mark, not investing in me, because when I made my investment into coaching, it freed me from my job. It freed me from my job. And even while I was at work, I became an Amazon best-selling author. But my very first book was called 33 Years a Slave, Removing Chains from Life, Love, and Business. And I talk about how I stayed in my head. And then looking around, seeing other people being successful, saying, oh, they're lucky. They're not lucky. They're working hard. Let's hear from Tisha and Dion what they got on that.
I agree with both of you, you guys. I definitely agree. And then I'm gonna give them one for the free, 99. Collaboration. Look at us. Collaboration. That is one surefire way to expand your audience. You have to collaborate. And then we're collaborating with one another on our business coaches platform. And then from there, we learned how to make the right collaborations, because that's important too. You got to make the right ones. You know, you don't want to be out there if you grow cucumbers, you don't want to be out there selling collaborating with somebody who, you know, does t-shirts. You're getting out there trying to sell your cucumbers to the t-shirt audience, unless, you know, they're gonna put your cucumber on a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? But for advertisements or something. But that was one right there, the quick for the free 99. But it's collaboration, just what we're doing right here. That is one surefire way to grow your audience, but it's a strategy behind that too. You just cannot collaborate with anybody or any business that's out there.
And one other thing I'm going to interject real quick, and then we'll hear from Tisha, is you got to be patient. Pack your patience. You're not going to grow an audience overnight. That's why we talked about consistency. So just think about it. If you're consistent with the right strategy and you get 1 new follower a day, 2 new followers a day, by the end of the year, if you get 2 new followers a day by being consistent and with the right strategy, then you will have grown your audience to over 700 people, quality people that are your target audience. Because people will say, well, I have 5,000 friends on Facebook and I have all these followers, but you're not making no money. That might not be your target. Let me repeat that. That might not be your target. And that's one of the very first things that I do in my course. After we work on your mindset, we identify who's your target. And then we go and we talk about how to go find your target, how to niche down to your target. You see, because your target, I may see your broadcast, right? And then you're going to ask your audience to share. It may be somebody on my life and my friends and family that come across you, but you have to have the right strategy. You can't just hit go live, because when you don't have strategy and you don't know what you're doing, when you hit live, you're constantly selling and you're not building a community. You're not building a relationship. How do I know? Because that's what I did. I saw people going live. So I was like, oh, I can go live, not understanding the strategy behind what they were doing. And that's where a coach came in. And when I invested in me, I was able to leave my job of 33 years. So as we're going with this pandemic right now, this is really a non-issue for me, working from home. As a matter of fact, I was prepared for the pandemic. You hear people talk about the large percentage of Americans who aren't prepared for a $400 emergency. This was an emergency because we had to stockpile more groceries, right? So I had to go outside of my grocery budget to stockpile, but I had the money because I shifted my mindset, got a coach. Now I'm earning more money at 52, not working for somebody else, than I ever have in my life. And that's huge. That's huge.
That's your testimony when you're no longer 33 years a slave. So what I want to add, everything the ladies has said so far is absolutely on point. I just want to add one thing. And it comes in line with collaboration. There are tools that you can use to help you broaden your reach. And so in this community, we do have a tool that can help you expand your reach, whether it's on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, even Instagram, if you fit into the proper category, a blog, a website. I mean, there's just so much that you can use. But like they've all said, when you have a business coach, then you get the information you need to help you work not harder, but smarter. And so that's my goal these days. Let's work smarter, not harder.
That's good. That's right. There's all kinds of tools and resources out there. So we want you guys to go to bit.ly/BYOB show 20 so you can stay connected with us, because what we were doing last year or the year before, it's different now because things are evolving so quickly. You know, we went from being able to go out to networking meetings, have conferences live, having those high touch points with people, to a virtual world overnight. Didn't phase us because we were ready. So, you know, if you don't have wise counsel, I'm going to do a post actually when I leave here. But what I was going to say is, if you don't have wise counsel, that's why you're struggling. And I'm going to do a post when I get off of here, and I'm going to say, hey girl, why am I having to beg you to stop struggling? Do you like, you know, because we literally have to beg people to stop struggling. And that was me. How do I know? Because I thought that was all there was for me. I thought that was a way of life. That's all there is for Jennifer King, is to struggle, live paycheck to paycheck, fulfill someone else's dream by going to work every day, sitting in traffic. You know, the list just goes on and on and on and on. I'm going to be doing a masterclass on Friday. I want to invite all of you to. It's a free masterclass. It's going to be on the cost of quitting. The cost of quitting. Be sure you guys go to bit.ly/BYOB show 20 and get registered for that course. It is going to be very enlightening for you. So that's all I have for tonight. Let's hear some last words from our amazing co-host. We'll let CJ shut it down for us. That was an amazing presentation. Thank you so much, CJ. We really appreciate it.
So we do have a question before we shut it down. Monique wants to know, can my coaching fees be considered as an educational expense?
Hi, Monique. Yes, ma'am. Coaching fees is an investment to your business. That is absolutely a business expense, of which is tax deductible. Another excellent question.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. So you guys, listen, go to bit.ly/BYOB show 20. Go ahead, register. You definitely want to be a part of the masterclass that Jennifer's doing on Friday night. And again, CJ, awesome information. I mean, it really needs to be an extended conversation because most people are not taught how to create a budget, live by budget, have a budget, and all that good stuff. So again, thank you so much. Listen, guys, you got to stick and stay. We're going to have some more great information tomorrow. So, Deanne, what you got to say for the people?
Oh, thank y'all so much for being here with us tonight. Just make sure that any nugget that you take away from here, you act on it. Don't hold back. Don't procrastinate. Move, and move. Make sure you put it into action because, you know, we as humans, you know, we get bombarded almost, you know, with information daily, whether it comes through what you see, what you hear, what you read, what you talk about. So make sure if you got some valuable gems and that you jot it down, make sure you act on them accordingly, but you move. You have to move. It's time out for us taking notes and closing that notebook and putting it to the side. Say, hey, I attended that webinar, that class, or whatever. Act on that. So that's all I have to say tonight, and make sure you collaborate, but also act on the information that was shared with you so that you can be ahead of the masses. And I think There's Jennifer.
That's good. That's good, guys. I'm over here multitasking. This great information. So look for us in the morning about 7 o'clock. We'll be back tomorrow. I think Coach is my speaker tomorrow for Quit Week. Guys, if you haven't registered, go register, bit.ly/BYOB show 20. That is even, I'm gonna just say something real quick. If you don't go register to get this additional information, this additional help, that's going to speak a strong to you, not to me, but to you. If you don't take the time to go register, then I want you to ask yourself, how serious am I about this business? Because you have no idea what you're going to miss, the information you're going to miss. Because when I came across Coach, I didn't miss anything. And I invested in me. And now I work from home. Almost now a year I've worked from home. I'm unemployable now at a job. I'm not going to go make somebody else rich when I can make myself rich. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Be sure you go register. That is going to speak volumes to you, not even to us. It's going to speak volumes to you. That means I want some information. I'm hungry. And in this season, we have so many opportunities over here in this brand, just based on what's going on right now with the coronavirus. But you're not going to hear about them unless you get over here and get the information from us. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. This has been super amazing, and we'll see you in the morning.
CJ got to close.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was like, she took it away.
Oh, okay.
No, but
No, go ahead, CJ. No.
No. Guys, did you hear Jennifer? What we want you to do is you absolutely go to that bit.ly link, guys. Absolutely schedule your, get the replay, schedule a call with Jennifer. She is proof that you too can walk away from your job. She has the blueprint from us, guys. What I'm going to say is, again, thank you all so much, but you have to have the right money mindset. The world has stopped just for you to take some time and get it together. Get your financial house together. How special are you that the Creator has stopped the world just for you to get some time to do so? So while you have that time, make that time worth it. And it's only when you have the plan, go and get the right blueprint, that you can do it. But you can do it. Jennifer is proof that you can do it. But again, it's going to take the right mindset, and it's absolutely going to take the work. Do you have the fortitude? Just like you binge watch that show, if you could binge watch that show, you can quit your job. And on that note, you guys, I love you all so much. And I'll look forward to you all coming and downloading that bit.ly link, scheduling a call with Jennifer. I can't wait to hear the testimonials. This has been an amazing week. So guys, we'll look forward to seeing you all in the morning. Good night.
Good night, and thanks to all of you who registered. We had a few people in the comments that said that they registered. Congratulations, and we'll see you at the top.